Hi, welcome to the Industry Astrology Full Moon Forecast for August of 2024. The moon has been getting brighter, the life energy expanding, getting bigger. The moon is waxing, and on August 19th at 11:26 a.m. Pacific time, the Purnima Tithi will end, and then the moon will begin to wane again. Feeling a little scattered or sensitive, maybe uncertain of the next step. This full moon is the climax of an energy that began when Mercury started its retrograde, and this full moon holds a container that allows for a new understanding, a new frequency to come in. This is the full moon of Dhanishta, the star of symphony and music. It's said this full moon has the power to magnify the healing property of music, rhythm, dance. This full moon is found in the nakshatra, or Vedic lunar mansion called Dhanishta. Dhanishta is the wealth bringer, but is symbolized also by the Damaru, Lord Shiva's drum, the sacred instrument of rhythm that he plays as he dances the Tandava, the great dance of destruction and creation. This is an area of the sky that is part of Aquarius in the sidereal zodiac, and currently the planet Saturn is positioned in Aquarius as well. So this full moon is crossing the energy of Saturn. So there's something that could have been coming up in this lunar cycle around limitations or new ways of seeing the limitations that you have felt in your life, particularly perhaps showing up in relationships or financial situations, because of now, as we head towards the full moon, Venus is perfectly opposing Saturn. This is a yoga of opposition. So Saturn has a full drishti on Venus, and Venus also back. These two coming together can create a sense of dissatisfaction or awareness of where we have been blocked in our desire to connect with others or with opportunities in life. Also, Jupiter is creating a perfect square here. This is called a T-square in Western astrology, but it's interesting. All of this very tight alignments are happening right as the full moon climaxes. Now, Jupiter, I think, adds an element of lack of energy, or, this pulling back that Mercury retrograde brings anyway. Review, going inward, reassessing, recovering, reconnecting with the past, or also kind of surrendering in not knowing. Saturn's influence is a spiritual influence of sacrifice and surrender and limitations, and it's not always the most comfortable kind of energy. This full moon moving into Saturn right after the peak of the Purnima, the full moon will be crossing Saturn and then going and heading towards Rahu in Pisces. So be patient with this time period. This is a very rich time period for inner work more than anything. Be in the moment, be in the present moment, which is what Dhanishta can bring. Dhanishta is the power of rhythm, of music, of sound. So literally playing music or listening to music can create a container of almost like a meditative container of healing that brings us into that present moment experience. This full moon is an auspicious moon for connecting with the spirit, something eternal, something infinite. It's the Gayatri, Jayanti, the birthday of the goddess Gayatri, who is the goddess that guards sacred knowledge and wisdom, the goddess of the rising sun. And also it is the Rakhi Bandha, this sacred holiday in which siblings tie a sacred thread of promise, of protection for each other. This full moon has the potential to put us in a sacred rhythm, a sacred attunement with others and with ourselves as well. Let's just see what the cards say about this full moon in Dhanishta nakshatra. Okay, so the first card that came through is the Strength card. The goddess, like Gayatri, the goddess of the sun. This card is Leo here. But Gayatri is more than the goddess of the rising sun. She's the mother of the Vedas, the goddess of wisdom, the goddess that is the mother of all gods and goddesses as well. The Gayatri mantra is Om Bhurvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. And the next card, the Princess of Discs. Another very feminine energy here. The power to ground. I think that what it's talking about here is this grounding energy that Dhanishta has to come back to the rhythm of our own hearts, to the natural vibration of the earth. Dhanishta means wealth, also the wealth of the earth that we can manifest through our connection with it. And then the final card, the Five of Swords. And I think this is really speaking about that configuration between Saturn, who is joining the moon, that stoic and sometimes very restrictive or limiting influence of Saturn, and in the direct opposition also of Venus, the goddess of love and connection. And the obstacles that we may be facing right now may seem frustrating and overwhelming. But there's some promise here that the earth is still fertile. The land that we stand on still has potential. You have the strength innate within you. What connects you to your body, to the earth, that dances with the rhythm of time and moves through all of creation since its very beginnings. There's moments of emptiness or darkness. And it is in that contrast that we find the light of the rising sun again, out of the deepest night. Reconnect with the inner knowing, the instinct of life itself, the dance, and come back to your center. Okay. Thank you for coming to my full moon forecast. I do offer one-on-one readings online. You can book on my website, anandastrology.com. And do subscribe to this YouTube channel. Get on my newsletter, it's free. I'll see you soon.